Hey, wait. Before you scroll past, let me ask you something. You ever watch Han Solo sit down at a table, slap down some cards, and walk away with the Millennium Falcon? Yeah, that actually happened. In a card game called Sabacc. And here's the wild part. Most people think Sabacc is some made-up, super complicated space game that only works in the movies. But guess what? It's real. You can actually play it. So today on How Games Work, we're breaking down exactly how to play Sabacc, the legendary Star Wars card game, in a way that's so simple, even a stormtrooper could understand it. The rules, the hands, the chips, the Sabacc Shift, all of it. And trust me, stick around, because near the end, I'm going to show you the one rule that can flip the entire game upside down in 1 second. Okay, so what even is Sabacc? Alright, picture poker. Now picture poker, but set in a galaxy far, far away, with a little extra chaos sprinkled on top. That's basically Sabacc. It's a card game, but it's also a betting game. And the goal? Simple. Get your cards to add up to exactly 0. It's kind of like balancing a scale. You want everything to even out perfectly. Now, Sabacc has actually been around in Star Wars lore since the 1980s. It shows up in the old Han Solo novels, in Solo, a Star Wars story, and even in some of the newer Disney Plus shows. It's kind of a big deal in that universe. Smugglers play it, bounty hunters play it. Heck, Han Solo won his entire ship in a game of Sabacc. So yeah, it matters. And the version we're playing today? It's called the Corellian Spike version. The most popular, most fun version you can actually buy and play at home. Hey, real quick before we dive into the rules. If you're the kind of person who loves learning new games but hates reading those tiny instruction booklets, this channel is literally made for you. How Games Work is all about breaking down board games, card games, party games in the simplest way possible. No confusing jargon, just clean, easy explanations so you can get to the fun faster. Hit that subscribe button right now and tap the like button too. Okay, back to Sabacc. Alright. Let's set this thing up. The Corellian Spike Sabacc deck has 62 cards total. Most of them are numbered cards, positive numbers, negative numbers, and even zeros. There are also a few special cards called Sylop cards, but we'll get to those in a minute. Each card has a number, and that number can be positive or negative. You're working with a mix of both, and your goal is to get your total to hit 0, not 23, 0. Here's what you need to play. The 62-card Sabacc deck, a set of chips, 2 kinds, gold chips called credits, and silver chips called spikes. At least 2 players, but it works great with up to 8. And one thing every player needs, a good poker face. Each player starts with about 6 gold chips and 3 silver chips. Look at your cards. Don't grin. Everybody's watching. Now, before any cards are drawn, every player has to pay into 2 pots. Yeah, 2. There's the main pot, which is what you win by having the best hand at the end. And there's the spike pot, which is a smaller bonus pot you can win a completely different way. Think of it as the main prize versus a bonus prize. 2 separate goals, 2 chances to win. Once the pots are set, the dealer gives everyone 2 cards face down. That's your hand. Just 2 cards. You pick them up, you look at them quietly, and you don't let anyone see your reaction. Because if you smile right now, everyone at the table already knows you've got something good. Game face. Always game face. So a game of Sabacc is broken into rounds, and each round has a betting phase and a drawing phase, back and forth until somebody calls the final hand. Let me walk you through it step by step. Step 1. Place your ante. Before anything happens, everyone puts 1 chip into the main pot and 1 silver chip into the spike pot. That's just the buy-in. You gotta pay to play. Step 2. The first betting round. Starting with the player to the left of the dealer, everyone takes a turn. On your turn, you have 3 options. Bet. Put chips in the pot. Check. Pass your turn without betting. Or fold. Give up this round and lose what you've already put in, just like poker. If someone bets, everyone else has to either match it or fold. Simple as that. Step 3. The drawing phase. After betting, each player can choose to draw new cards from the deck or swap out cards they don't want. You can also just stand pat, meaning you keep your hand exactly as it is if you like what you've got. This is where your brain really kicks in. You're trying to get closer to zero without swinging too far in either direction. Positive cards, negative cards, you're balancing the scale. You keep going. Bet, draw, until someone decides to call the game. Calling the game means you're saying, "All right, everyone show your cards. Let's see who wins." When the hands are revealed, everyone adds up their card values. The player whose hand adds up closest to zero wins the main pot. If two players tie, the player with fewer cards wins. Simple, right? Bet, draw, get to zero, win. But hold on, because now it gets really interesting. Remember that rule I mentioned at the very beginning? The one that can flip the entire game upside down in 1 second? We're about to get there. Don't go anywhere. Okay, this is it. It's called the Sabacc Shift. At random points during the game, and when I say random, I mean genuinely random, a special event triggers where everyone's hand gets reshuffled. Like, you could be sitting there with a perfect zero hand, feeling like an absolute genius, and then, boom, Sabacc Shift. Your cards get swapped out. Your beautiful zero is gone. You're starting over. In some versions, the shift is triggered by a special card or a dice roll. In others, it's built into specific rounds. Either way, it means no lead is safe, ever. The chaos is built in on purpose. It keeps everyone on their toes. The person who was losing could suddenly be winning. The person who was winning could suddenly be scrambling. You can never fully relax, which also means you probably shouldn't bet your spaceship. Just saying, Han. That's what makes Sabacc so much more exciting than regular card games. The chaos is the point. It means the game can completely change in an instant, which means you're always engaged. You're always watching. You're always on the edge of your seat. Nobody gets bored at a Sabacc table, ever. Now let's talk about those special cards, the Sylop cards. A Sylop is basically a wild card, but with a very specific personality. See, a Sylop takes on the value of whatever the other card in your hand is, but opposite. So if your other card is a +3, your Sylop becomes a -3. They cancel each other out. Your hand total, 0. Instant shot at winning. And if you have 2 Sylops in your hand, that's called a pure Sabacc. That is the single best hand in the entire game. You beat everyone. No questions asked. You walk away with both pots. You are the champion of the galaxy. There's no better feeling in Sabacc than laying down 2 Sylops and watching everyone at the table just stare at you. And what about that Spike pot? To win that bonus pot, you need to have a positive and negative version of the same number in your hand, like a +2 and a -2. Those cancel out to 0 anyway, but the matching pair is what wins you the Spike pot. It's a neat little side game happening inside the main game. Keeps things interesting. Gives you something extra to aim for the whole time. Alright, a few quick tips if you're playing Sabacc for the first time. Tip 1. Don't overthink it. The math is basic addition and subtraction, positive and negative numbers adding to 0. If you can do that, you can play this game. Tip 2. Watch your opponents. Even though cards are hidden, people's reactions tell you everything. Somebody suddenly sitting up straighter after a draw? They probably got something good. Tip 3. Don't blow all your chips early. The Spike pot is tempting, but keep chips in reserve for the main pot. Running out means you're out of the game entirely. Tip 4. Embrace the chaos. The Sabacc Shift is going to mess you up at some point. That's fine. Laugh about it. This game is not meant to be taken too seriously. Lose your 0 hand gracefully. It happens to everyone. And tip 5. Practice with 2 players first. Get comfortable with the rules before you bring in a big group. Once you've got it down, it's so much better with 6 or 8 players. The energy is just completely different. More bets, more chaos, more Sabacc shifts, more fun, and most importantly, you're playing what Han Solo played. That's just objectively awesome. And that's it. That's how you play Sabacc. From the basic setup, to the betting rounds, to the Sabacc Shift, to hitting that perfect pure Sabacc with 2 Sylops, you now know everything you need to sit down and play. 62 cards, 2 pots, get to 0, watch out for the shift, and if you get 2 Sylops, pure champion energy. That's the whole game. If this video helped you out, please do me a huge solid. Drop a comment below and tell me which game you want me to break down next. I read every single comment, and a lot of my video ideas literally come straight from you guys. Also, share this video with a friend who's a Star Wars fan or anyone who loves card games. They will thank you. Hit subscribe and tap that bell icon so you never miss a new episode of How Games Work. New videos every week. Alright, until next time, may the cards be with you. See you in the next one. Bye!